Come on, you lot, get the head out of my way. Can't you see I'm vlogging? I got vlogging to do, boys. Afternoon all. Hello. How the devil are you? I hope all is well. It's another glorious afternoon to be out on the motorcycle, hooning about as we do. Except us, because we're British. We don't do things like that. Well, not when anybody's looking anywhere. So then, topics of the day. I have a wee topic in mind, which I will endeavour to share with you all. Now then, at what point do you decide to unsubscribe from a YouTube channel? Personally, I don't, as a rule. I don't see the point. It doesn't do any harm if the subscription sits there. I mean, if the channel becomes offensive or there's a bit too much profanity or this, that or the other, and it starts to offend my sensibilities, then I'll probably unsubscribe. But as a rule, I'll leave it be. But as of late, recently, I did have occasion to unsubscribe from a channel which, in all honesty, I hadn't actually been subscribed to for very long. Maybe it's just a month or so. And this guy released a video. I'm not going to say the guy's name because I don't want to, you know, cast aspersions or this, that, or the other. This is entirely my opinion, and I wouldn't force my opinion on anyone. But this guy come out with a video which was full of profanity, slagging off another motovlogger for doing something which this guy vehemently disagreed with. Now, if you have a problem with somebody, tell them. Don't just go to the public and start screaming about them. Basically, this video was entirely him slagging this guy off for what he'd done. And as far as I could tell, he hadn't even talked to this chap to ascertain why he'd done this thing and if his intentions were, as this guy believed, underhanded and what have you. I even put it to this guy that maybe he just needs to have a quiet word and make sure this guy had done this act intentionally. You know, and just have a quiet word in the shell, like, and he might retract said act. But I mean, there was no, he didn't come back with a comment or anything. So anyway, the guy, the motovlogger that he'd actually slagged off, is another guy I follow, and I still follow, and he replied to this video basically apologising, saying he didn't realise what he'd actually done. He'd stated that he got in touch with this original guy who was doing all the slagging, but this guy didn't get back to him. He apologised, he retracted his original act and changed things to basically make things okay again. Now, in my mind, that is ultimate professionalism. There was no swearing, there was no slagging, there was no backstabbing. This guy basically apologised and put things right. And the original guy who'd first come out saying all these rather nasty things used to seem to be portraying himself as a professional. He seemed to want to be, you know, top notch and seen as, like I say, a professional. He seemed to be trying to project himself as that. Well, you don't do that, do you? I mean, you're either professional and people see it, or you pretend you're professional and people see straight through it. And unfortunately that's what this guy was. His original video was completely unprofessional, and I unsubscribed. I wanted nothing more to do with it. Right or wrong, what can I do? I have to go with the way I feel. Maybe it was just a one-off, but you know, it was enough to put me off. So I was just wondering, you know, I mean, there's so many channels that you can subscribe to out there. I mean, usually all us vloggers stick to vloggers, so I guess I'm probably talking about motor vloggers. At what point do you decide that your subscription to a motor vlogging channel has run its course and you don't want to be involved anymore? I would be curious to know. You give examples if you want. I suppose you would have to. Well, either way, I'd be interested to know your thoughts on that, if you would be so kind. Anyway, I'm almost home. Unfortunately, to be honest, because I'm quite enjoying the ride. It's been bloody weeks, which is just not good enough. So, oh, that's nice. Oh yeah, oh, you finally stopped. Good for you, Doylem. Cheesehead. Yeah, I'd rather keep riding. But I have to get home. There's dinner. Why are you indicating, you freak? There's no left turns here. Plonker. Anyway, there's dinner to be had. And there's a wife to snog. So I'm going to get to it. And I'll see you the next time. Have fun out there, chaps and chapettes. Ta-ta.